Blaziken EX may not be the strongest Pokemon in the world, but it is a Pokemon with potential. It has a great ability, it has an attack that can be powered up very easily, and because its ability is so amazing, you can pair it with a lot of different things. It's seen some niche play in rogue decks here and there, but the reason we're covering it today is that it got a top 16 finish at one of the bigger online tournaments a little while back. Shoutouts to Edwin Bach with the 12th place finish, with Blaziken going 7-2-1. So I decided to give this deck a try, kick the tires on it, and see what Blaziken EX has got going on in the Black Bolt and White Flare format, especially now that it's got a little extra help from Reshiram EX. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Blaziken EX. This is a Fire-type Pokemon, Stage 2 with 320 HP, and it has the amazing ability Seething Spirit, where once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Now, there's two awesome things about this, is that one, it's any basic energy. It doesn't have to be fire. You can use this, for example, to attach a dark energy to Munkidori to help move damage off of your Pokemon onto your opponent's Pokemon. And the other thing is that it's any Pokemon that you have in play. You can power up the Blaziken in the active, you can power up something up on the bench, and this just gives you a lot of options for what you need to power up. And then if you want to attack with Blaziken for only a fire and a colorless, Smolder Salt does 200 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Now, this attack is not ideal. 200 damage is, while you're two-shotting pretty much everything in the game, it's a little underwhelming. You're not taking one-shots on most of the two-prize Pokemon in the game. We do have Munkidori to kind of help with that, but swinging for 200 damage and then not being able to attack the next turn does really suck. But that's where you can hard retreat, go into another Blaziken, and then between the two Blazikens, just use Seething Spirit between the both of them to power up the new Blaziken and attack from there. If you are looking for a bit of a heavier hitter in the deck, thanks to Black and White, we now have Reshiram EX, and it's got the attack Blazing Burst, where for 2 fire and a colorless, you do 130 damage base and then 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. So if they've taken 5 prizes, you are now doing 130 plus 250. That's 380 damage. That's going to be enough to one-hit KO everything in the format right now. And once we move into the Mega Evolution era, you're potentially one-shotting 3 prize Pokemon with this Reshiram EX. Now, full disclosure, I did not get to use the Reshiram in this video. I did try. There were scenarios where we kind of had it in play, or it was a thing we could do, but the matches never got to the point where we could use this. But it does help you a lot in the mid to late game, where you're kind of stalling for time, quote unquote, with the Blaziken doing okay damage, and then if you just need that big KO at the end, Reshiram can be that closer for you. Let's go dig into the card counts here a little more. We've got a 4-2-3 line of Blaziken, Torchic, and Combusken. I actually don't mind the 2 Combusken here, not necessarily because it's a great attacker or anything, but it just makes TM Evo a little more of a realistic play for you, where for 1 energy, you get to choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and evolve them to the next step. There are times I've had that 1 Combusken in hand and we're like, oh, I can't TM Evo anymore, but you've got 2 in there, so I think that's totally fine. One cool tech card here is the Baby Blaziken, where it's got the cool attack Inferno Kick Flurry, where for 2 fire and a colorless, you do 120 damage to the active, and then discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, and also do 120 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. There isn't a lot of bench protection in the format right now, so you can do some crazy cool snipe plays with this Blaziken. And yes, you could power it up with the other Blazikens or Crispin, but we also have a pair of reversal energy in here, providing you with a 3 energy you would need to pull off that attack if you're behind on prizes. For support Pokemon, we've got a 2-1-2 line of Pidgeot EX. This allows you to grab a card from your deck and put it into your hand once per turn. So Pidgeot, absolutely amazing. We do have the Team Rocket's Watchtower Stadium to be mindful of, but it's not really seeing that much play. I think Pidgeot's pretty much free to, more or less free to go. So yeah, keep the Pidgeot in there. We've got 1 copy of Tatsugiri in order to grab supporter cards from the top 7 cards of our deck. Really nice at the beginning of the game, especially now that we have Air Balloon in the deck, another new addition thanks to Black Bolt and White Flare, where you get to reduce your retreat cost by 2. So you can use the in-between knockouts, you can use Tatsugiri to go into the active, grab a supporter card, and then pivot into one of your attackers. Then we've got 2 Munkidori in here as well, where that Adrenabrain lets you move 30 damage from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Really can help you fix the math when Blaziken swing for 200, which is an awkward number. Being able to go up to 230 does make things a lot better, and potentially even 260 if you've got the double monkey. For trainer cards, we've got 4 copies of Rare Candy in order to boost our basic Pokemon up to the stage 2 without needing that middle evolution. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel lets you discard a card from your hand and then grab 2 basic energy from your deck and put that in your hand. Rare use of Deluxe Bomb as our ace spec of choice here, where if your active Pokemon takes damage and they're holding Deluxe Bomb, you get to drop 12 damage counters on that opposing Pokemon, and then you discard the Deluxe Bomb. This can also help you fix some of the weird math with Blaziken EX. 4 copies of Arven, allowing you to grab an item and a tool card from your deck. Absolutely amazing in this one for all of the different types of pieces and combinations you can grab. 3 copies of Iono for hand disruption, where both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards they have remaining. This is especially good when you're behind on prizes because you'll end up with more cards than they do. 2 copies of Mezagoza lets you flip a coin, and if heads, you get to grab a Pokemon of your choice from the deck. Now, keep in mind that both players can take advantage of the stadium, so when you do play Mezagoza, you are also giving your opponent an opportunity to grab something with Mezagoza, so keep that in mind. But Mezagoza is great for helping make this deck more consistent because you are trying to fish a ton of Pokemon pieces out in order to get multiple Blazikens in play, which is something that you really want to do here. We've got 3 copies of Night Stretcher to recover either Pokemon or basic energy from the discard pile back into your hand. You can only grab 1 piece per Night Stretcher, but we have a bunch of Night Stretchers here, which has felt really good being able to grab the pieces as they go away. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice and put it into your hand, and you grab it from the deck, of course. 1 copy of Air Balloon reduces your retreat cost by 2. We got 2 copies of Professor's Research. You discard your hand and draw 7 cards. 4 copies of Buddy Poffin, allowing you to bench 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less from your deck. Lots of options here, whether it is the Pidgey or the Torchic. Unfortunately, not going to grab Munkidori or Reshiram, so we actually don't have any Nest Ball in here. It's a little odd, but between the Ultra Balls and the Buddy Poffins, and for the most part, you want the you want the other Pokemon, so that's okay. Mezagoza could be used to grab those bigger pieces like the Reshiram and the Munkidori. We've got 1 copy of Countercatcher. When you're behind on prizes, you can gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. And this is great because if you're behind on prizes, you can play your supporter still, but Boss's Orders is still amazing as well, letting you gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active, even though it is your supporter for turn. And then TM Evo, we've already talked about this one. Last but not least, energy splits. We've got a pretty tight round of energy here between 3 dark energy, 3 fire energy, and 2 reversal energy. So the general game plan, I think this deck likes to go second in order to play a supporter card, ultimately get TM Evo, and evolve up to your Combusken and your Pidgeotto. Turn 2, really want to be set up with your Pidgeot and at least 1 Blaziken, but really throughout the match, you want to have multiple Blazikens going so that when you hit that restriction of not being able to attack on consecutive turns, you can just retreat, go into a fresh Blaziken, and then power it up with that Seething Spirit ability across multiple Blazikens, and then you can kind of stall for time that way while also moving damage off with Munkidori. Keep in mind that Blaziken Seething Spirit can also power up Munkidori with that dark energy as well. And towards the mid to late game, you're looking for that big KO, Reshiram EX. Make sure you've got the opportunity to pivot that in and power that up. You'll need like some combination of like either 2 Blazikens and a attach for hand, maybe 1 Blaziken plus a Crispin could do that as well. And I think we missed Crispin here. Yeah, let's talk about Crispin here really quick. Lets you search your deck for 2 basic energy of different types. You put 1 of them into your hand, and then you attach 1 to a Pokemon in play, ultimately getting you 2 attachments in a single turn. All right, let's get to these matches. Sorry, just messaging my wife, trying to figure out timing stuff if we have to wrap up. Yeah, trying to figure out when we're wrapping up here. Gameplay that isn't good enough for the video? Absolutely. And that's one of the tough things about making this type of content is that you just don't know what the matches are going to be like when you're online. Sometimes you'll get the matches in immediately, and sometimes you play for hours and don't. Dragapult and Charizard. This... Okay, let's go and... Oh, they got a Cleffa out. Let's go and attract customers. Hopefully we can get a... Crispin? Crispin's not great. Iono is also not ideal. But right now our hand is kind of bad regardless. So let's go Iono here. And we'll save our attachment for later. And we do have Rare Candy... Okay, Buddy Poffin, that's great, actually. That gets us a Pidgey. And do we have to go double Pidge here in case the Dragapult comes out? Do I have to be worried about turn 1 Dragapult, like turn 2 Dragapult, Neo Upper Energy? I'm going to get a third Torchic. Feels excessive. TBH. We're going to end our turn here. You can still learn from... So, Strizzy way. I don't... When I say, like, good matches, that doesn't necessarily mean it has to all be wins. I try and put losses in my videos all the time. But sometimes you'll just get a whole bunch of bad, like, unusable losses, and you'll get unusable wins as well. And I don't think I could use any of the wins we've gotten today in a video. Okay, so we got the Combusken here. Let's see, can we get an Arven? Arven would be... Nope, we hit nothing. Nothing. Combusken. Do we just go for the reversal energy and try and potentially snipe? That would be amazing, but I don't know if I like that play. I'm gonna go with the energy on the... We're gonna attach energy to the Torchic. We could potentially, like, Rare Candy play. Okay. And we're gonna wait. If we can get Blaziken set up, and then we can get a bench snipe here, 120, 120, that would be phenomenal. From a concede point of view, I play a lot of expanded beta, just go multiple games in a row without conceding because they can't be. Yeah. Oh yeah, good matchups are very hard to get, and this has been, and I do find that it's also been tougher because the decks have gotten more complicated in the Scarlet and Violet era, which means people are taking more actions per turn, which means they're slower, which means you're playing fewer matches per hour, which gives you fewer opportunities to get like a good match going. You came from VGC and maybe the perspective's a bit different. You can still get infos, data about your team and learn even in adult games. Yes, but like it's different in YouTube. Like on Twitch, you guys are hanging out and you have like, there's this social contract of like what happens. And some days I will be on fire and win every match. Some days I'm going to lose every match. On YouTube, you kind of don't have the time to just like, here are 3 crappy matchups, but these are the only ones that I got. Like no one's going to watch that video. So you kind of have to be able to pick the good stuff. The Trapounder says, my first 3 hands this morning, someone conceded because they couldn't set up on their first turn. Yeah, absolutely. That happens. Especially early on in the ladder. If they're playing like a donk deck and they just want to get the donk, then yeah, that's going to happen. I suppose it is mandatory when you have a card game, the randomness in some game elements and draws. Yes. Okay. We really need to get going here. I need something. I kind of want them to take the first KO. There's Arven. We can get a... Is it finally time to get the TM Evo play? Or do we just go in with Arven, Earthen Vessel, TM Evo, and then get the Pidgeot set up? I think that's the play. Earthen Vessel, TM Evo, and they're probably going to attack on the following turn. I don't need Buddy Poffin at this point. I will take the fire and actually the dark energy here as well. Yeah, I plan on going in with the... Hold on. Hold on. I might be... Because going with this strategy also implies that I'm going to be getting a Pidgeot on the following turn. And there is no guarantee of that based on the current board state. I think we have to get Blaziken online. And let's go put... we don't have to put Munkidori down right now. Yeah, I think we have to get Blaziken online. Oh, but that's Blaziken EX, and that blows my plan. Yeah, that does screw up my plan. Okay. I hate that for us. Hate that for us. Okay. If I go with the baby Blaziken right now, I could Crispin. I could Crispin. But then they're going to know what's going to happen, right? Okay, we'll go Blaziken EX. Hate it. I hate this. Absolutely hate this. Also, we know that they're not going to... Ugh. I don't like the way I've played this at all. They'll get their TM Evo up. And get the... Draklooks online. Really wanted the snipe play here. And we probably would have gotten it. Actually, yeah, we would have got it here. If I can get like a rare candy or something, but... Yeah, actually, I should have gone with baby... I thought they were going to swing here, and they didn't. They were just taking their time. So... Arven, Research, Iono. Let's go Iono. We can put Munkidori down. And Crispin gets us an attack right now. For whatever that's worth. Boss also gets us an... yeah, we can boss KO... What, the Charmeleon? What's the most dangerous thing on the board right now? I think I want the Charmeleon. The Dragapult feels like it's going to be tough to get set up unless they get like Neo Upper Energy online. So let's go boss KO the Charmeleon. Now, I don't have a good plan B here, right? I don't have a second attacker ready to rock. The other baby Blaziken would be amazing right now. And I don't have it. And we get stamped. Okay, this is something. We do get Pidgeot online. We do get Pidgeot online for whatever it's worth. Pidgeot for research, I think. And then we figure it out from there, and maybe we can get a second attack going. Rare Candy Zard. All right, let's go. It is good to know that that Cleffa is stuck with this energy for the foreseeable future. They could countercatcher here. That might be something they want to do. Countercatcher the monkey, countercatcher the Pidgeotto. How many prizes? Faventer, welcome back. How you doing? They Burning Darkness for 210. I don't think that they're going to two-shot us. I think no matter... Oh, no. Getting rid of 2 Rare Candy here does feel really bad. Okay, I think we need to draw 7, like right this second. And we'll figure it out from there. Research. Just give me 7 fresh cards. Rare Candy, yes. So that gets us. We can't attack right now. Let's go Mezagoza here and see if we can pull a Blaziken here. Yes. Baby Blaziken or Blaziken EX? We are ahead on prizes. I don't know if that matters. But we can take out the Cleffa if we... Oh, we don't have the reversal. We need reversal energy. That's it. So that's not going to work. If we get Blaziken online... Right. And then we hard retreat. Burn both of those energies. Right? And we get 1 Seething Spirit. We get the fire energy onto the Blaziken. And we Seething Spirit the other one onto Munkidori. And now we Adrenabrain and we take out the Cleffa. And we're back on even prizes. They do get that energy back, which is kind of annoying. But how many rare candies do we have? We should still have 1 more somewhere. And we'll swing for 200. Charmander in play. If we could get baby... Yeah, we're not going to get baby Blaziken. I don't think that's going to be a thing in this matchup. They do hit heads. They will get another Pokemon. I think Combusken is here. Yeah, Combusken's there. So we're going to have to Rare Candy play. And they might go for a Dragapult attack right now. I don't blame them for that. Do we still have Boss? No, I think we used... Yeah, we used our Boss already. Deck only has 1 Boss in it. So we are... It kind of is what it is at this point. We do have a Monkey. The Monkey's good. Yeah, if we can rotate between 3 Blazikens, that does make us very tanky. Okay, they are going to get their Dragapult on. Yeah, they're going to go in with the Dragapult. Countercatcher. Ooh, good play. Good play. Interesting. They keep the Zard up. I don't know if I agree with that. Now, I do want to put ourselves in a position where the Zekrom can come in and do some damage. 130 plus... Okay, let's go Mezagoza here first, just to see what we have. Nope, nothing. Quick search. Do we want to keep any of these pieces? I think I want to Iono them. Quick search. Let's go and... Rare Candy. This is our last Rare Candy. We don't have another Torchic in there, which I kind of want. But at the same time, if we set up another Torchic, what are we even doing at that point? Oh, we can swing for a lot here. If we go and Iono them down, I think we have to Iono them down. If we Night Stretcher for... Can we even set up another Blaziken again? I don't think we can. Realistically, like, we just... Okay, let's get the Torchic back. Maybe we get that back later, but right this second, I don't... Okay. I fear we might need the second... We have to get Combusken back, because we've burned all our Rare Candy at this point. It's all gone. Is it worth going second Munkidori here? Maybe? Let's go Iono. Reversal. Can't do that on anything right now. We'll swing. There's a Torchic. Counter Catcher. We're not going to need that. 260. Let's see where this goes. I think that Double Monkey might be the play here if it's Dragapult that we have to deal with. Is Crispin still in the mix? I think Crispin's still in the deck. If we have to get a Zekrom in here. Yeah, I think we... $200. Yeah, I think if it gets down to 2 prizes, a single Zekrom will finish it. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, they're gonna build. I think they're gonna swing a Dragapult and then bring in Zard. Okay, jamming tower, not gonna matter right this second. Phantom Dive. What are they going to drop the damage counters on? Is, I think, the $1 million question here. And I think they're thinking it through too. What's the play for them? Hey, Strategic TCG, thank you for dropping by. I will see you around. 5-1, interesting. That does make it awkward because now we can't get a clean 6. Or at least not an easy clean. Okay. If we send them down to 4, but we don't get 7, right? That I don't like. We give them 1 less card, but we get like 1 billion less cards. I don't like that play at all. Okay. Let's go and research here. Baby Blaziken. We do get a Dark Energy, so that's good. Adrenabrain. Yeah, we have to Adrenabrain off the Munkidori for one. Let's go and... What do we want to soften up here? Because this is going to get two-shotted anyway. Do we soften up the Zard? Or do we play it straight and soften up the... I think we play it straight. Let's go after the Dragapult here. And let's go hard retreat into the other one. And this one still has a Seething Spirit. And this one has a Seething Spirit. And we can double Monkey. We have to get it out of this one. And we can... What can we Pidgeot for right now? Like Arven, Crispin. Is the Zekrom still in here? We can get a Night Stretcher and get the... Oh. Yeah, maybe we preemptively grab... Preemptively grab the Crispin? I don't think we're going to get punished for that. Let's go. $260. Now let's see. We can just Munkidori damage to finish this off, depending on where they go. Double Monkey might have been the play. If they take out the Blaziken, we can Zekrom for game. Okay, counter catcher. If they go after the Pidgeot, let's see what they go after. They can take 3 prizes. They cannot take 4. And if the play is to take 3, like, so be it, then we get game. Presumably. Oh, they take out the monkey. Okay. Is Zard going to be ready? Yeah. I think Zekrom can still do it. Right? So Zekrom is... If they get it down to 3 prizes, this is doing 150, 280. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have that play anymore. Actually, you know what? We still do. We still do. 280. Yeah, 280 is not going to be enough. Oh, hold on. We can Munkidori still. We can Munkidori still. Yeah, we Munkidori and we get the energy back, and then we just move 60 damage off this Blaziken and it's over. Okay. Okay, good play. Good stuff from our opponent, though. Blaziken, 600... Or Charizard, 600 damage. Sorry, I had to stay to watch the end of this game. Yeah, it was a good game. Good game. Zekrom's not going to do enough here. But Munkidori plus Pidgeot will. Assuming... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just Night Stretcher. And we get Munkidori back. And then we just move this damage. Yeah, we Seething Spirit. We grab this. So the double monkey ended up being the MVP of the whole thing. Jeez, Dragapult Charizard, tough deck. Honestly, didn't think we were gonna have a chance in this one. But to my surprise, we were able to hang on long enough to win the game. I did like having the potential for the Reshiram to potentially fix some math there. Unfortunately, didn't work out this time in the video, but I thought that was a really good match, and we were able to hang on for the win. GG's. All right, we got pieces. We have pieces here. We get the TM Evo. We've got Ultra Ball. Are we going? They're going second, so that's actually kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate. So if we're going first, then... Oh, and it's a Dusknoir too. Okay. And we get rid of the Iono and the Night Stretcher right this second. And let's go get a Pidgey. And we'll end here. And maybe on the following turn, we can make something happen. Yeah, maybe we should have gotten rid of the research, because we might be TM Evoing and stuff right here. Interesting they benched the Fez already. I generally don't like to play Fezandipity until I absolutely have to. Otherwise, it's just kind of a two-prize liability, but maybe they know something that... Okay. We can get Pidgeot online here. Okay, Zard. Yeah, wow, that was a killer start. They have no Pidgeot, though. And, oh, yeah. Okay, so Rare Candy Pidgeot. That's amazing. If we go Buddy Poffin and then Earthen Vessel. Actually, let's go Arven first. And, yeah, there's an Earthen Vessel in there. So if we go Arven TM Evo and we get ourselves... Oh, we only have one more. Oh, that's not great. That's not great. Okay, we are not gonna play that on... This is wildly unfortunate. Wow. Okay. We will quick search for Earthen Vessel. Let's go grab 2 Fire Energy here, I suppose, and we can get rid of this other Pidgey. And, yeah, we'll get 2 Fire. And we will go... TM Evo and get the Combusken online, which we may not even really need, because if they don't take this out, we could just go into Blaziken here. I'm kind of hoping they've got a dead hand. That's my prayer here. Dead hand, take out this Duskull. They get a Dusclops online. That's not going to be enough. I don't think they're going to take the blow up here. No, I doubt it. I think they just sit. They could blow up both. If they blow up both and take out, like, the Combusken or something, please don't tell me they have it. They can blow up for 10 and blow up the Combusken, or the Torchic for that matter. And that's going to make things awkward. I hope they don't have the pieces right here for a Charizard pop-off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see. Let's see. I think they go after the Combusken on the bench, yeah. And they're willing to give up 2 prizes for this. And if they do take out... yeah, they might take 2 prizes right here. And if they get Zard online too, that's going to be so annoying. Yeah, we might be dead at that point. If they get Zard online too, then we just lose. Which I have a feeling they do if they've got the Rare Candy in hand. Okay. Okay, Rare Candy Zard. You got it like that? I'm so annoyed right now. Oh, they're just gonna TM Evo. Do they not? They don't have it like that. Okay. Yeah, how do we do this now? How do we do this? Because we can get Blaziken online pretty easily here. We've got Ultra Ball. I don't want to give them Mezagoza at this point. We're still ahead on prizes. I think we get rid of Mezagoza, and we're ahead on prizes, so I think we get rid of the counter catcher as well. Let's go grab Blaziken here. We can Arven for a rare candy. And sure, the Deluxe Bomb does help a little bit. Right? We get Blaziken online. And there's no energy to set up. If we... Maybe we Night Stretcher here and then just research. Yeah, let's go grab Torchic. And we could even go after the Pheasantipity. Oh, no, we can't. No, we can't go after the Pheasantipity right this second. Let's just go research for 7. And just try and get some more pieces. Oh, we can't research right now. So that was a bust. At that point, I really should have been trying to grab pieces to build the second Blaziken so we can attack on the following turn. And now we can't do that. So we have not played this particularly well, but they've only got 1 Charmeleon up. And they've coughed up a bunch of prizes already. So, let's see. Maybe there's a Munkidori play we can make here. Almost certain Zard's up. Like, Arven's going to get them an Ultra Ball here. No Pidgeot in their build. I guess not necessarily unprecedented. There is the Team Rocket's Watchtower, which is an ever-imposing threat, but, like, I don't think they KO us here. They might KO... They can't KO Pidgeot right now. No. But they're swinging for a lot. I think they're swinging for 300? They will be doing a lot to themselves, though, in this process. Do we bench the... I don't think we bench the 4th Torchic. It would be nice, but... Yeah, they take 120. We're still alive. If we go... Ultra Ball... Ultra Ball, do I get... No, I think we gotta... Let's research here and just see what we get. Night Stretcher gets us the Combusken, which would be nice. No, I think we gotta go... Yeah, let's go Mezagoza here. And I hate giving them Mezagoza. No. Do we just go Munkidori? No, I think we Night Stretcher for Combusken. And yeah, giving them the... Or do we give them... Is there anything else I can bench? No. I could give them the Tatsugiri. Yeah, and say, bet, you don't have boss. And at least we grab another piece out of the deck. Grab an Iono. That's cool. And let's go and quick search. And we'll grab ourselves... Do we just grab an... No, I want to... Do we have Munkidori? Is Munkidori in hand? No. Monkey? Yeah, let's soften some stuff up here. And do we want to attach energy to something other than this Blaziken? I think we attach it to this one just in case. Yeah, Mezagoza here for them feels... I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that I'm giving them that. We will take the KO on the Zard on the following turn. We should be able to get the KO on the Zard on the following turn, regardless of where this goes. Let's see. Arven! Countercatcher? Countercatcher? Buddy Poffin? Yeah. Air Balloon. Interesting. So, prioritizing taking out the Blaziken, and that's fine. At that point, we probably want to... Do we Iono? Do we research? Sending him down to 3. Tails, tails, tails. No! That's bad. That makes me now want to Iono more, but, like, we're not fully set up. What more could I get, though? If I get 7 cards versus giving them... Yeah, what are the benefits right now? They get to 5. Let's go Pidgeot in the active. I'm not entirely sure where we want to go here. There's the air balloon, so that would have been amazing. Let's go Mezagoza potentially for our Blaziken here. No. Okay. I think I hate them having all those cards, but, like, I think we Iono. I think we Iono, because we can draw more cards after if we absolutely have to. Really lucky there. Really lucky there. And yeah, we can get another Munkidori online if we absolutely have to. And I think with this, we probably want to set up a... Yeah, start to set up the other Blaziken here. Although, is there 2 in the discard, right? That's just 1. Okay. Yeah, double Monkey goes potentially insane here. Let's go retreat. 200. We take them out. Now, if they get this other Zard online, we basically lose. That's my concern. If they hit the Wombo combo, especially with the Mezagoza here, we basically lose. Actually, you know what? If we still have... If I could get Zekrom out, or Reshiram. Tails, 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 tails. Yeah, Reshiram might be able to save us if it really comes down to it. Right? If we can get Reshiram down, Blaziken attaches an energy, and then we Crispin, then that should take out the Zard, I think. Okay, we get Iono down to 1. And this is a Hail Mary play for them because they need Rare Candy Zard in 2 out of those 3 cards. And if they don't have it, they don't have it. We survive. GG's. Ugh. Ugh, rough game, to be honest. Rough game. But we did survive. In the end, it looked like Iono... They did not have a draw engine in that. They went all in on the Charizard and the Dusknoir and relying entirely on Pheasantipity, and I guess they just couldn't get the pieces at the end there with Blaziken being able to hang on. And yeah, Reshiram would have been a good play, right? We would have had probably would have had the pieces to get Reshiram set up to take. I'm pretty sure Reshiram would have taken a 1-hit KO. If they've taken 5 prizes, 250 plus 130. Yeah, we would have taken a 1-hit KO on the Zard at that point. But yeah, Blaziken just being able to be steady and hang on, do decent damage. Munkidori, a little bit of math fixing there for us there, and ultimately able to hang on for the win. GG's. There we go. That's a look at Blaziken EX with a bit of support from Black Bolt and White Flare. I will admit this was not my favorite deck. Definitely was a struggle against some of the more meta competition. Congratulations to Edward Bach for their awesome performance online, but I don't necessarily see Blaziken as a serious threat in the meta at this point in time. I do think its ability is cool and there's a lot of potential there. I still, even with the Reshiram and the Air Balloon, I don't think it's enough to make this a serious threat, but I do think it's a decent rogue deck that operates well enough, and it really depends on what you're trying to go for. This definitely is in the rogue tier category, and this is probably towards the bottom of what I would be comfortable playing in the rogue tier. I'm okay with losing some matches because I'm not necessarily playing the strongest deck if I really like the playstyle, or I think it's got some advantages against some of the top decks. But Blaziken really feels like on the precipice of like, is this a rogue deck or is this just not good? And not to say that Edward built a bad deck. I just think like Blaziken as an archetype is not there at this point in time, but it's a cool proof of concept, and I do think you will get some wins with this one, and I'm curious to see if you have more success with me or if Blaziken maybe becomes a thing someday. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In3rdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at In3rdPerson. I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, in3rdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.